people, talk about some topics, and of course, Jack Doherty, Sneako, and a lot of others. So let's get into it. All right.
You know what I love? If you actually paid attention in the first couple episodes, I talked about certain numbers and I talked about certain signs. And one of the signs I talked about was the year of the goat. I called them apex predators. Remember that?
Yeah.
I swear I said that. Apex predators is what I call them. And we find out that a girl by the name of McKinley, who was with Jack Doherty for 1, 2, I don't know how many years. But basically, this woman basically said, yo, peace. And you know what the funny part is? She took 8 million subscribers with her. So now she doesn't need him. See, she got that clout, and now it's adios. You know what the funny part is? If we can find the video, I basically I said she was a gold digger.
To her face?
To her face, because she's born in the year of the goat. And not only that, she's born in the 17th, 1 in 7 to 8, and people born in the 8, 17, 26, they need that bag.
I'm not gonna lie, Gary, you don't miss, bro. But we did a show with Jack and his girl. Actually, she ended up crying because we kept it real with her. But honestly speaking, man, this is coming anyway. Let's be real here. Jack, bro, she's with you for the money, bro, and the status and clout. That was it. When she got that, she's out of there. But Don, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think it's just a common trend, man. It's they're constantly just here for the clout, and it's just a new generation. It's about getting early amount of satisfaction, gratification from these girls. I think my mic just went out.
Your mic went out.
Yeah, they get early gratification, or easy satisfaction. They don't have to work for it. They can just be with the influencer. They have to work hard for it, so they don't even have the respect for it.
I don't think women in this city work. I don't think women in this city work. I mean, I see them walking dogs all day. But besides that, I don't think they're working.
Bro, I'm confused. I go outside.
Bitches walking bitches.
I'm going to the gym. I'm like, how are you living in this condo? You are literally just walking, getting coffee. I'm like, wait, you don't work a job? Like, what do you do for a living? Then it hit me, oh, yeah, bro. You know, we're
she's fleecing somebody.
Yeah.
She's fleecing her version of Jack Doherty.
There you go. And you know what's funny? Nowadays, being single as a girl is an L. But you get a boyfriend, your life is paid for. So it could be a sugar daddy, it could be a boyfriend. Who knows nowadays, bro?
You could have seen these signs because the first time Jack went on your show with Fresh and Fit, he was there with his girl.
Yeah.
Second time, she wasn't there, was she? Yeah. So the signs were there, bro, that she was about to go adios. What was the thing? I think she called the police and said, yo, escorted me out the house. Now, whether that's a skit or isn't, it really doesn't matter because it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. When a woman is with you for only one thing, and that is clout, it's only a matter of time till she finds someone with more clout. That's how the game works, at least here in Miami.
Also, they were saying that basically they never smashed, which I don't know if it's true or not. Also, they were saying for Valentine's Day, she didn't show up. So listen, at the end of the day, we sit on the podcast, as you guys know, when you're an influencer or someone that's successful, girls will prey on you 100%. Of course. And you know what was smart about what that YouTuber did? I forgot his name. The Asian guy. Or was it Aiden? Anyway, one of them made their girl sign a contract so that whatever money she made, they got a percentage of. He should have did that with her from day one. But you know what? He's in love. So that never happened. But hey, he got
let's give him a little credit. Let's give Jack Doherty a little credit. I don't believe he would be with a girl for that long without actually, taking it out for a test drive, if you know what I mean, man. I mean, come on now. I'll give my boy a little credit. You're still a simp, bro. But this is probably why he's starting the red pill.
When's her birthday,
This is what. Oh, who's?
Mackenzie.
I know she's born in the year of the goat, and she's like, she's 117. January 17th. So again, any woman who's born on the 8th, 17, 26, 1 and 7 is 8, 2 and 6 is 8. They're about that bag. And they always will be. And here's the thing. If you know these things, you can avoid problems. Because if you don't care if a woman's in gold digger, and some guys don't. Some guys do not care. Some guys will take care of other people's kids. Some guys won't. I know I won't. I know no one on this table. You gonna take care of a single mother?
No, not at all.
No. What about you, Fresh?
Hell no. Hell no. Never again, bro.
Does an 8 automatically mean it's a gold digger?
What's that?
Does an 8 automatically mean they gold digger, or could they be ambitious with being 8?
So here's the thing. Yes, they can be ambitious, but when they look for a man, when they look for attraction in the opposite sex, they're not looking for six packs, bro. They're not looking for people who can make them laugh or people who are good fucks. They're not looking for any of that shit. They're looking for people for material success. That is what is important to women born on the 8th, 17th, 26th. And if we can find that clip when I called out McKinley and I said that she's with Jack for the bag, let's play that shit because it's there.
Also, readings, guys. If you guys want to get reading in from Garry, let him know.
If you want a reading on the Jumbotron, you want me to do it live, $98 or above. If you want the bot that I didn't actually create, but it's programmed based on Mwa's knowledge, 26 or above. And this is a good chance because when it comes down to it, I got this game on lock, bro. Let me just say this. Let me pat myself on the back for a little bit. Michael Jordan never dominated the NBA the way I dominate numerology. Okay? Andrew Tate never dominated social media the way I dominate numerology. I'm keeping it real. I am the guy. Whether you believe in numerology or not, whether you think it's haram or not, you know who the hell I am. I know what pisses you off. Because, here's the thing, Fresh. These young influencers, they don't make any money.
Ooh.
They don't. No, I'm not saying there's not young influencers who make money. They do.
But not a lot.
But do their platforms that support them actually make money?
No. I would argue that the future is the older generation.
Oh, you mean
old
old people like me?
Spend money.
That spend money, actually. So
spend money.
It's funny, man. We'll play the clip if we got it here. Oh, man. But you know what's funny about this whole debacle? They called the police in his crib. And if it's real, he was so rude to the police, bro. It was insane. But yeah. Which one is it? The clip? Did we find it? I don't think we have it.
We don't have it.
We got to bring up...
our crack staff couldn't find the clip.
We got to bring up our boy, Nobel, to find that clip.
Nobel, where you at, man?
Yeah. But, guys, we're going to talk about a lot today, especially the boxing fight or the fight itself that was brought up on Twitter. You know what's funny about this whole fight, bro? And
accusations.
There's been a lot of claims online about what I said and what I agreed to. When in reality speaking, I never agreed to anything. But we're going to get to that in more detail coming up very soon.
And how do we know you didn't agree to anything? Because I was negotiating the whole time with people from Brand Risk.
Yes.
And I told him he didn't agree to anything. They were pressing me. I'm not going to name names because that's not the way I do business. I don't drop, text messages publicly. I don't do stuff like that because that's feminine. So when it comes down to it, I'm the one who was negotiating the deal, and I promise you, he didn't agree to a damn thing.
Now, the biggest argument is I'm scared I backed out the fight. When did I ever say I backed out the fight? Actually, we did a search online with Grok, ChatGPT. You know what they said?
Talk to me.
Never backed out. Actually, put up my Twitter real quick, Bills, because for some reason, the narrative that was paid for, by the way, by these people was to push an agenda against me out there. And it's funny because even the actual AI said it is not true. So to me, it's hilarious, by the way. Come on a little bit. And we got a special guest coming as well later on in the show.
Two special guests.
Two special guests coming.
Two special guests.
And then Neon's ass had to jump in here and be like, oh, bro, he's special ed. Nigga, you're special ed. Come down. A little bit more. That's my routine video for the morning. A little bit more.
Could you imagine Neon calling anyone special ed?
That was hilarious, bro.
That's crazy.
I posted a lot. Okay, here we go. So Grok, just open up real quick. Okay, so it says here, Fresh likely didn't back out the Sneako boxing fight, despite Kick Champ's claim, which is a fake blog page that posts a bunch of bullshit. Fresh denied it, calling it false info, and Aiden Ross is still pushing to lock in the fight April 11th. Negotiations are ongoing with no official withdrawal confirmed. So, in all actuality, bro, no one ever backed out the fight. They just said that for content and for lies. But again, do I blame Aiden Ross? No. I blame Sneako for lying and pushing that narrative out there 100%. We'll see what happens with the next clips coming up. All right, so we'll tackle the Jack Doherty first. You want to
let's go to this. Let's go to this. Watch this go to work, man. Watch this go to work.
All right. Let's play it. So this is Jack's crib with the police coming up.
You know that female cop was a DEI hire. Come on, white woman. What are you doing there?
Yep.
No offense.
You know what the funny part is? Watch this clip very closely, man.
Yeah.
Notice the only loyal thing there is the dog.
Dog. Yeah.
Not the women.
Yeah.
But the only loyal thing right there is that dog, the animal. The women betrayed you, Jack. The dog's still loyal.
You know what they say? You're only as good as your last day being good to a woman. Until then, it could be your last day the next day. So let's play it.
What's up, man? How are you?
So the narrative here is she called the cops to get the stuff out of the house. Wow.
Are you kidding me? How the fuck are you doing that?
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You call the cops on me one time, it's over.
Yeah.
Never again, bro. Like, dude, think about this. Your girl of what? How long? It's been what?
About 2 years.
2-3 years? Mm-hmm. Says to you, you know what? Fuck talking to you. I'm gonna call the cops on you. Bro, it's over. At that point, it's like kaput, because now you're saying to everybody, oh, I want to say up front, respect is gone, and I'm just calling the cops because I'm tired of your ass. Pretty much. It's an L, bro. Huge L.
You know, one of the things that probably happened here is when McKinley found Jack, she was probably not only infatuated with him because he had a bag, but he was kind of like her mentor.
Yeah.
And after time, that dynamic changed where he wasn't teaching her that much, more a same routine, and she basically fell out of love. And then she's out because women's, the way they feel today is not going to be how they feel tomorrow. Not talking about all women.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a vast majority of women.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, guys, remember, this guy's rich. Yeah. He definitely got a couple M's. He's probably got about 10 M's.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, he couldn't keep his girl in check, and he had tens of millions of dollars. I want you to understand something. They're not loyal. They just aren't. That's why you need to find a woman who has a respect for her parents. That's number one. Because if she doesn't respect her parents, she's most likely not going to respect you. That's a big tell. That's a big red flag. And of course, the other thing, that thing we always talk about, Dom, body count.
Yeah.
Yeah, money alone is not enough. What'd you say, Dom?
So that affects it all, yeah.
Yeah.
Women also fall out of love if you start to let go of your boundaries and just the person you was when they first met you. There are a lot of women when they meet men, they have a lot of respect for themselves. Yeah.
They scale you. So the woman's right here when you meet her and you're here.
Yep.
Once you drag her up here, she's not trying to stay here with you. She's trying to find the next guy who can take her to the next level.
Definitely.
This is how they think in Western culture. Now, if you have a woman who has a mom and a dad and a strong family values, and I hate to say this because I'm not religious, and I don't think men should be religious, but women 100% should be religious. Because if women don't have something to fear, it's gonna be a whorehouse on every fucking block, bro. Yep. It's just the reality of the situation, whether you believe it or not. That's how it works.
All right.
Yeah, if I'm routinely checking my phone here, and you guys, what is he doing? What is he doing? I gamble a lot, hear my betting slips and stuff like that. So I'm checking the score of the games. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. The mystery is out the bag, man. I gamble, bro. I ain't religious. And by the way, the only time this is haram is when you lose, brother.
All right, let's play.
Oh, I did. I don't know. Yeah, but I did. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. So you wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you fucking kidding me?
Every guy's been through there.
You can't slow down so I can be with you.
You gotta get out of my house. I didn't let you. I didn't say you can come in.
She's letting us in.
She doesn't own this house. I didn't say you can come in my house.
Her address is
I don't
on
care.
here. She's a resident here.
I don't care. You
We're
guys
not
are
here
not
to
allowed
do
in my
it.
house.
We're not here to have a hard
You guys
time.
aren't allowed in my house. I'm sorry.
She lives here.
Who gave you?
She did.
She doesn't own this house.
Stop the clip. This is a little bit too much respect with the police officer, and he's putting up a lot of disrespect. So quite frankly, this might be fake. Just by that interaction with that police officer, because this doesn't even look like a cop. This looks like some hooker off the block. They put a police suit on. So this could be fake.
Yeah, some things are telling me that it's not all the way there, but maybe she's just a nice cop.
Yeah, maybe.
Was only one officer showed up? So this
There's more there, man.
okay.
But, you know, I doubt she'd be the one going up the steps. Anyways, so let's keep it around.
DI higher.
You know, white women are a minority.
Yeah.
According to the rules of the land. But go ahead.
Bro, you called the cops on me in my own fucking house after I've done everything for you. I didn't threaten you, bro.
Yo, stop the clip. Stop the clip. What was the threat, McKinley? To take away your credit card? What was the threat, McKinley? Because she doesn't seem very scared. Yeah. What was the threat, McKinley? If you're going to make accusations like this, I know you're a gold digger. I know this was all about money. Jack is starting to figure it out. The rest of the people who are telling him actually start figuring it out right now. You are a gold digger. No one believes that you threatened anyone because I don't believe them, bro. They lied.
Yeah, I need proof. I need actual hard proof to believe what she's saying 100%. And again, you're in his house. Like, obviously you want to be there. So, but we'll play it.
Do me a favor. Can you stay over there?
Fuck that. You're in my house. You're unreal, bro.
That's
You're in my
crazy.
house. Tell me what the fuck to do.
This is her house.
She doesn't pay for it. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter.
It's not your house.
Doesn't matter.
Nah, this is fucking crazy.
That's a nice bed, though. Pause.
Kid's doing well, man.
McKinley, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
So, I'm just curious. What's the next move here, though? Because I heard she was with FaZe Banks after this.
That's all she needed to get.
Bro, she's going up the ladder.
Get the fuck out of my house.
That's all it
Stay
is.
the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck
She
out.
ain't come to get much.
Jake, get the fuck out of
40
my
years
house.
old, though.
Not that. Get this stupid ass bitch out of here.
They're all the same, brother.
All right, what's the next
They're
one?
absolutely. We're gonna do a super chat real quick, man.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do. What do we have? Mario. He is born 7/23/1989. Last time he gave me a quick read on my career path. Now I want to know what's a good time to get that bag. Okay, so basically you're a snake in the snake year. So whenever is a snake or is in the snake year, or when a horse is in a horse year, or whenever you're in your own energy, that's the best time to get that back from an astrology level. From a numerology level, it's always the 8-year cycle. Dom, it was just your birthday.
Yeah.
You moved down here on your birthday, didn't you?
Yep.
What year cycle you in?
8.
See, when you're in your 8-year cycle, you go out there, make that bag like Dom. Like me and Dom been talking about this for a while,
Yeah, for sure.
since last year, but we didn't tell you to move down here in your enemy year.
No.
Because in the enemy year, it's the wrong move. But once you're out that enemy year, how much better has life gotten?
It's a 9-day difference. I mean, even on the first day of the Chinese New Year, I actually made money. I made a significant amount on the Chinese New Year, and it was pretty slow all of last year. So it was like a life.
So as
switch.
soon as that enemy energy lifted from you,
Yeah,
all of a sudden you're making money again.
like a mountain off my shoulder.
And let's go back to your enemy year. You're making a good amount of money off X, weren't you?
Yeah. Minimum 12,000 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so that's a bag. That's a bag. So what happened to that bag, though?
It got taken down as soon as the Chinese New Year started up, as soon as the Dragon Year.
So as soon as the Dragon Year hit, the enemy of the dog, you lost that 12,000 a month bag.
And I was the first to be demonetized, so it's the first one.
You see how this works? Because if you understand how enemy energies work, if you understand when positive energies work, you know when to do good things and when to avoid things. But then again, what the hell do I know, man? I mean, you guys go around, keep reading your Quran, keep reading your Bible. I know I got some believers here and stuff like that. You keep doing your thing, and I'm gonna keep doing my
Bible's
thing.
amazing.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know why Jesus is the most famous dead man in the world? He's even a prophet in the Quran.
He's alive.
Okay, whatever. Do you know why he's the most famous man alive?
Why?
Because he died when he was 33 years old. 33 is the number of influence. So they made sure to tie him with that number. That is why he is so famous, whether he's real or not.
Well, technically, he took a nap for 3 days and then rose again. So
You were there to witness that?
well, his body isn't there. They never found his body.
I mean, there's grave robbers.
Well, first of all, if that was true, the stone would have been moved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows? Like, the eyewitnesses weren't actually eyewitnesses; they were just in the Bible. Like, just because their Bible says they're eyewitnesses doesn't mean you can actually verify those eyewitnesses were there.
Well, let's go off of logic here. If he's the most famous man at those times, they would have wanted to find his body at least. So,
but you still can't prove he existed. But here's the thing.
yes, we can.
No, you can't. You can't prove he existed.
There are accounts of his works all throughout the Bible and throughout testimonies within Israel from back in the day.
Brother, none of that evidence
what is
would
it about?
stand in the court of law. I want evidence that would stand in the court of law. Real evidence, not, things that people believe or people's interpretations of things. And here's the thing. I will admit this because I'm fair and balanced unlike everyone else. I can't prove he didn't exist. Just like you can't prove he did, I can't prove he didn't.
I can prove.
No, you can't.
Eyewitnesses that were there back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Listen, we'll keep the religious debates to Twitter, okay? Because that's where that Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and then I gotta say Talmud, or they're gonna call me a Mossad agent. So let me finish my reading over here of my guy 723, 1989. My friend, you're a three life path. What that basically means is network. If you network and you build networking connections this year, I promise you'll prosper. Next one. Oh, wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Someone just sent me a birthday reading, and they have a 30 and then a 4 and then a 1986. Now, I want to make this clear. I'm in America, and here in America, we put the month before the day. Now, that might not matter to you guys, but see, I'm a numerologist, and this is a pet peeve because I have American privilege. And because I will have American privilege, I want the month before the day. Now, you might be thinking I'm being anal, but guess what? I read these birthdays every day.
Yeah.
And I want them done a certain way. So next one who sends it to me like that, chalky. Okay? Just get chalky. But let's go into you. My friend, you're a 4 life path. And you're a tiger, which means you're probably in great shape. Whenever I see the combination of a 4 and a tiger, you're talking about a guy who could be 45, but he would still be cut, still be muscular as hell. When it comes down to you, you're born on the 30th, which means you look very young for your age, sir. Because anyone born in the 3rd, 12th, 21st, 30th is going to look young for their age. Does Tom Cruise look like he's born 1962?
Definitely not.
That's the difference between me and these women who do this stuff. Because I give you actual examples. They're like, believe me, because women never lie. Going back to you, my friend. Listen, I got good news for you. You're going to be a rich man. Congratulations. America is not the best place for you, but if you do live in America, live in California. California's a dog state, best place for a tiger. So if people who are tigers, they don't do the best in America. Or when they are in America, there's always a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask both you guys, and both you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to name some of the most banned people, and then we can get into your friend. Number 1, would you consider Andrew Tate one of the most banned people on social media?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Would you consider our boy Nick, without adding his last name, one of the most banned people on social media?
Yep.
For sure.
Okay. Let's go to a guy by the name of Alex Jones, the original OG. Would you consider him one of the most banned people on social media?
No
For
doubt.
sure.
And lastly, let's go to your friend Sneako. Is he one of the most banned people on social media?
For sure. His own
So
fault, though.
every single one of
his own fault, though.
one of those people is born in the tiger year. The American media machine, especially Meta, is a monkey. Just America is a monkey country. Monkeys and tigers are enemy signs. So, of course, they're going to be chased out more than everyone else. But a guy like Fresh off the boat, where are you from?
Barbados, man.
Fresh off the boat.
Let's go.
He's a millionaire, drives a Ferrari, and bro, like sometimes I actually think, did you like to make a deal with the devil, bro?
Well, you know what's crazy? When you believe Christ is king, you're blessed. And I'm very blessed to be here because Jesus is real. And I pray and I put my energy towards good vibes and vibrations because it's real. And at the same time, I do go by people. I keep it real. I tell them what it is. And at the same time, I network. So if I don't know something that I need to do or I don't know how to do it, my friend does. My other friend does. So it works out because I always add value, give value as well.
He was telling me before the show he wants to go to Israel and kiss the wall.
What? This nigga, bro. This nigga, bro. Well, listen. I did want to go to Israel at least once to see what it's like.
For what?
Just to see.
Just to see.
My grandmother went.
Don't go to the northern border like Hezbollah's over there.
Really?
Yeah, they could clip you.
Actually, could you guide me there? When I
No,
go?
I've never been there, bro. I'm not that type of Jew, bro. Not
Dom,
that type.
would you go to Israel?
Would I go?
Yeah, would you go?
Yeah, I think I would go. I used to say I wouldn't, but I'd go.
Yeah. At least one time.
At least one time?
Just because.
You know, we should go to Auschwitz.
Everyone that matters want to go. So
No, we should go to Auschwitz, man.
Field trip.
Yeah, field trip to Auschwitz so we could, maybe get some brownie points with people.
come back with deals.
This guy, bro.
It is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Okay, we got a next clip coming up with Jack. By the way, me and Myron warned Jack about this on the podcast to his face. I'm sure you did too as well, Gary, to his face with his girl. And it's always funny because these creators are like, bro, you're just hating, bro. You guys are old heads. You don't understand. And it's like, bro, love is a feeling. Love fades. It is never really there all the time. Unless you're a child of this woman or you're a parent, then it's different because that's unconditional love.
Yeah.
But a lover where it can go back and forth, up and down, off and on, is never really always there. So the love can only last as long as she's happy. Once that goes away, well, I'm not happy anymore, so I'm gonna leave. And then what? You're cooked. You married her, you gave her kids. Tom Brady, for example. Bro, big pause, bro. He's a full Chad, bro. Any girl to leave Tom Brady is stupid. Really dumb. And she left for a trainer, training her to do some karate movements, right?
That he paid for.
Yeah, that he paid for.
He was probably doing some movements better than Tom, though. Oh, just saying.
Well, I will say, though, you do need to smash your girl very well. But at the same time, bro, all that time, energy invested into her, Giselle, is gone because she left with a random guy she met doing jiu-jitsu bullshit. Bro, it's sad, man. Anyhow, let's continue. Second clip. All right, here we go.
As like my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out.
Who's that random girl with them?
Insane.
Is that her friend?
Like, what the fuck?
Where's the police car?
I can't believe what's happening right now.
Where's the cop car?
Girls are the fake. You guys wouldn't even believe it.
I think it's on outside.
Let me see. I want to see this cop car, man. I want to see if it looks like a security car. I want to see if this stuff's real, man. I don't believe anything Jack does, man. So this could be all.
Let's get a little bit further down, Bills, because this is kind of like the same part. Further down, all the way down.
Yeah, I want to see the cop car.
All the way down. All the way down.
This could be staged. I mean, even if it is staged, even if this stage doesn't matter, she's gonna do this to you eventually.
Yeah, they don't show it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, very convenient.
So a while ago, we spoke about DDG with his girl, right? Singer, artist,
Singer.
Hallie.
Singer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she sings. And obviously speaking for him, his career, rap, all this fun stuff. And we told him some stuff that he didn't want to hear, which is the truth. Hey, listen, bro, keeping it real with you, these type of girls, bro, as we know, it's career first, then you second, if you're even in second place. And as a result, he's complaining about certain things online. But as a friend, you tell somebody the truth, they get upset.
Yeah.
This is part of the game, bro. So
people are so feminine,
emotional
and
too, bro.
Emotional nowadays. I'm like, guys, relax. What is wrong with you? Like, were you not raised with a father? Where is all that? I'm just saying, like,
See,
what is going on here?
I want a friend that's gonna tell me the truth. Yep. Don't lie to me. Don't bullshit me, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. Like, the bullshit doesn't help anybody.
You don't grow.
But you tell me the truth, I can improve, become a little bit better, and then from there we can move forward.
I tell you the truth all the time.
No, you do, nigga.
I tell you the truth all the time,
really
bro.
Do. Whether I want to hear it or not, you tell me the truth.
I tell people the truth all the time.
And likewise.
And you know what the truth is right now, Fresh?
Yeah.
We got a super chat, so
Let's go.
We got to get the business
Let's
back.
go. To business.
January 9th, 2004. Been having a breakthrough past Past
Let's see it on
90s?
screen.
What the hell? Investment. Shout out to Fresh. Shout out to GG33. Okay, well, I mean, listen, I'm not sure what exactly you're trying to say, but you're 7 life path and 7s are smart as hell. You know, that's a dangerous combination. When you see, it's not just about knowing what the numerology is, what the astrology is, but how the numerology works with astrology. So we have right here a person who is a 7 life path. 7s are smart as hell, but they're also a goat. Goats know how to finesse. So you put that person in the right situation, he's going to get to the top. Maybe not very quickly, but he will finesse his way there. That is the point, man. You have to know when to do certain things and when not to. And you're a GOAT. 2027 is a GOAT year. That's when you turn on and you don't hit the brakes, brother. That's how you do it.
All right. We got. Is this From Moses. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And if you want a live reading, it's 98 or above. If you want to do below that, 26 or above, you'll have the bot do it for you. That's based off my knowledge, GG33. And remember, we're in Q Studios. And the reason we're in Q Studios is because Q is the best numerology and astrology app out there. You want to know where to go on vacation? You want to know, what is the best spot that matches my numerology and astrology? You put in the QAI, it'll tell you.
Now, Garry, you got a lot of haters, man. I will say this. Just like myself, you got a lot of haters. Yeah. And one of them is huge currently. His name is Joe Rogan. And back in the day, I believe you went to one of his shows.
Yeah.
And something transpired where he brought you on stage.
Yep.
And then he talks about numerology.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, things change in the future.
Yeah.
I believe we have a clip to play to illustrate this.
Let's play this clip, man. Uninterrupted. Play this clip, man. Go to my IG. So basically, it came down to this, man. I was in Atlantic City. Joe Rogan was doing a comedy show. So I told my buddy, I'm getting on stage. He's like, man, he doesn't let people on stage. And I'm like, okay, watch what happens. I took $5,000 and I just threw it at Joe Rogan. And like, no one, who's crazy enough to throw $5,000 to somebody? So he's like, money, what would you? And then he starts roasting me during the show. Afterwards, I say something back. You get the crowd on my side. They're basically say, yo, you can say one thing. I said GG33, and Rogan said he dropped numerology on us. So he knew GG33 added up to numerology.
What it meant.
So I went on stage, started making it rain. And then what happened? He starts roasting me. I mean, a little roast, you understand.
As a comedian would do normally.
But he starts roasting me hard. And I'm like, I got in his ear before I get off stage. I'm like, brother, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back. Okay. I told him in his ear, I'm going to get you back. And then I saw a TikTok video in 2023 of Joe Rogan's old man talking about this, talking about that. Yo, I got in contact with those people real quick, flew down to Newark, New Jersey. Now, I want to make this clear. I live in Miami, okay? That's a nice part of America. See, when the Europeans have money, they go to Dubai. They leave their country. They leave France. They leave Europe. They go to Dubai. When Americans have money, they go to Miami.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't like going to New Jersey. It's a dump. It's a shithole. But I have that much vengeance in me that I went up there, did the interview, dropped it. And you know what the funny part is? Some YouTube channel that has like millions of followers. Yeah. They did a thing about Joe Rogan. They picked up that video I did. So I got millions of views on that video.
Wow.
Joe, kept my word, didn't I, pimp? And by the way, Joe Rogan's dad's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Rogan. He calls me once every 2 weeks religiously and tells me what he likes about Donald Trump and his foreign policy and all this other stuff. Yo, I think he's smarter than Joe Rogan himself.
He's a man's man. Okay.
Yo, play the video, man. It's on my IG channel, Matrix Prime _.
Come on, Brett. Yeah, I think we have it here coming up. But I'll tell you this though, bro. You think he would ever have you on the show, Joe Rogan? At this point, nah?
I think you have a better chance of being on the show than I do. I think Myron has a better chance of being. I'll stop there. Play it. I can't hear anything.
I think Myron can make it. For sure. All right. Let's play it.
Play the video from the start.
There we go.
Okay. GG33. Damn, he dropped some numerology on us. That's like astrology for retards. I'm trying to get your shit. That's definitely not gonna happen. Yo, slide on. This is Garry, the numbers guy, and today we got a special interview for you guys. Right over there is the man of the hour, the original Joe Rogan. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm here. I waited a long time.
Look at that smile, man.
Don't worry, we're about to get into it.
Moral of the story, don't fuck with a snake, man. I will revisit you when it's time, man. Don't fuck with me. And some people out there have a big mouth. A lot of people on social media have a big mouth.
Yeah.
And I promise you, we'll get there. Dom, before we start roasting people for real and we invite our guests,
trending news.
What's in the news, brother?
All right, man. We're starting off with Snow White. So Disney just had a massive historic box office bomb. We're waiting for it to hit on the screen. On the
Yeah, Snow White, right?
Yeah, so Snow White right now is at a historical box office bomb. It's at 1.8 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
Wow.
It is currently like the lowest ranked Disney movie right now of the past decade. This is opening in the U.S. and Canada at 43 million tickets, still coming in first place on domestic box office according to the studio estimates, Los Angeles Times reported. But by Disney estimates, it's a complete bomb. And there's also hasn't been any other major movies that came out over the past 5 weeks. It cost the estimate $250 million to make. The movie grossed $44 million overseas for a total debt of $87 million, which could also be in the live action trend of Disney movies.
Now,
wow.
Listen, if we're a normal podcast, we're talking about these guys are liberals and they messed up the movie. They made sure the white woman was in the lead anymore. It wasn't a romance. But we're not a regular podcast.
Yeah.
We're the 305. We like to break things down a little bit more. And the fact of the matter is Disney was founded in 1923. 1923 is the year of the pig. This is the year of the snake. Enemy side. So this is consistent. This is a consistent trend.
Crazy.
That anything to do with pig years or anything to do with pig energy is taking L's. Why Justin Trudeau's no longer the Prime Minister of Canada. Pig. We have a guy, Wes Watson. He's having trouble this year. Born in the year of the pig. This is happening overall. I know a bunch of you losers go to Hooters. I know a bunch of you losers out there can't get women go to Hooters. And Hooters is found in the pig year, and they're founded from bankruptcy.
They also lost
It is what it is.
Also, the star for Snow White, Rachel, I believe her name is Zegler, she actually made a lot of interviews prior and after the show. And she spoke a lot about her feelings towards, certain people, certain things. And the fans weren't fucking with it at all. Actually, they hated her so much, they didn't even want to go watch the movie. And as a result, you can see here, 1.8 out of 10 is insane, bro, for a movie.
A woman talking about her feelings. Never.
And you know the weird part about this? Usually speaking, for these type of movies, people love the nostalgic feel of, old time movies come back to live action, but she's ruined the whole vibe. And I think people just say, you know what? We're going to show you from our hearts and wallets the truth about how we feel about you.
And it got too political. Sometimes you're not supposed to mix the both. I mean, the two realms. Some people, they want to log off from politics when they go see some of this content. I'm not trying to think about politics when I go to see Snow White.
So let me break it down in layman's terms. The majority of the American population doesn't look like them. It still looks like me. Okay? And if they think that you're trying to make them look bad, they're not going to spend money with you. Okay? So if you have Snow White, who's traditionally a white woman, and you replace her with whatever mutt you want to replace her with, now all of a sudden, all those people, whatever you want to call it, mutt. That's what a mutt is. And I don't think that's an insulting term.
No.
It is what it is. But when it comes down to it, they're not going to spend their money with you. So all this trouble you guys went through to make white people feel so bad because, oh my God, what happened in 260 years ago has something to do with me because I have the same skin color. This is nonsense. Do you know how many black millionaires we have in this country? Yeah. We got one on this goddamn table already.
Yeah.
How are you going to be telling me you want reparations or any of this other stuff when you already have black millionaires and quite a few of them and black billionaires? You're trying to get there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But you know the funny part about all this thing is that like these movies, especially nowadays, this whole genre is going down. And it's because people are tired of the wokeness, people being super liberal, and they just want the truth nowadays. So thank God for X, by the way, for keeping it real.
Well, if they really wanted the truth, then Abed Preach wouldn't have any viewers.
True. Well, I'll say this. More people want the truth is what I should say. More want the truth.
Oh, I'll get you. I get you. Listen, I think it's time to bring our guest in.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll do one more story and then bring in our guest. Yeah. All right, we got next one. I think this is also an add-on to Snow White, right?
Yeah, so that was more of the detail of
That's copyright. So it costed them $250 million to make, and they grossed $44 million. Wow.
Big L.
Massive L.
Big L.
Huge L.
Big L. Almost as big as L as Alec Baldwin. when his wife just made him look like a piece of shit.
So we saw a video last.
Where do you cook this?
We cooked that.
Where do we cook this guy? Where do we cook this guy, man?
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. That was so blatant, disrespectful, bro. I cannot believe that was actually happening in real time, but it happened, and he just took it.
in different countries that might result in physical violence.
Yeah. And in America, of course, it's feelings before reals.
Yeah, don't look at a woman the wrong way. Assault.
Yeah.
You hurt her feelings. That's assault,
true.
bro. What are you talking
about? Donald Trump, the lady said that mentally she felt like he was doing stuff to her. Not physically, but mentally, which is to me insane.
All right, let's do a super chat real quick. Now, I don't know what you sent me. Did you send me 2,500 pesos? I don't even know what this is, man. What the hell? What money denomination is that? I know it's red, so I know it's over 100. So you'll get your what is that? Mexican pesos?
I'm gonna verify right now. MX in currency.
I want to know how you're laundering this money to me, bro. Before I give you a reading, man. What the hell's going on, man? This is currency I don't know anything about.
Yeah, Mexican peso.
Mexican peso, man. Now, how the hell does someone in Mexico have money for this type of reading, man? Okay, whatever.
Nigga working, man. Come on, man. You cutting that grass, nigga. Come on, man.
Who's a racist? Who said something about cutting grass? You're a racist, man.
Accusations, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, see, the black man thinks he's above the Mexican in this country.
What? Nah, this is my brother, man.
Anyways, 5-3-2000. So you're basically a one life path. So here's the thing about ones. One is masculine energy. Alpha starts with A. A is the first letter. Male starts with A. First vowel, first letter. I talked about this before. Myron, Andrew Tate, both born in the first. They're the phototypical alpha males. So when people have one energy, they're supposed to be aggressive in life. Andrew Tate didn't get famous by, hiding behind someone's bed. He fucking went out there, told people what he thought, and that is the attitude that one life path should have. So when you have that one energy, you're not supposed to be passive in life. You're supposed to go out there and get done what needs to be done. Can't be weak, can't be a coward. Now, you're also born with 3 energy, which means you get bored quickly, bro. So here's the thing about 3s. 3 is childlike energy. Child starts with C, C is the third letter. So when it comes down to it, people with the 3 energy, they get bored like a kid all the time. This is why they need to multitask. They got to play new games. Because if you play one game for too long, you get bored. You lose the passion. You get lazy. This is why you need to multitask. Lastly, you're a dragon. Dragons are born leaders. Even the women, I know that's hard to believe, but even dragon women do have some leadership ability.
Really?
Listen. I'm not going to be like the whole red pill. There is a woman named Susan Sheryl Sandberg. She's the CFO of Facebook. Self-made billionaire. Unlike the 99% of the women who got their billions, who are billionaires, who basically got it from Anna Nicole Smith style, marrying someone who's rich and who someone's going to die. That's the major way women make money. Now, sometimes a daughter inherits money. That's normal nepotism. But when it comes down to women, the way Sheryl Sandberg did it, on her own, because she's born on the 28th.
Wait, is she bad though, or she's like?
No, she didn't do it with her looks, which is even more impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
If a woman is average looking and she makes it that way,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's actually a hindrance for a really good looking woman to try to be a lawyer because, she's just going to mesmerize every people with their look. They won't take you seriously.
Yeah.
And this is how women take advantage of men because they sometimes, like one of the things about numerology, and then we'll bring our guest on, is I don't think much about women's intelligence. I just don't. I don't care how that guy makes you feel. I just don't. But I saw women who were born in the 7th, 16th, 1 and 6 is 7, 2 and 5 is 7. I saw women who were born on those dates who were extremely intelligent, running circles around men. At that point, that's what really got me into numerology. I was like, wait a second, this supersedes gender. This is something I got to look at. And this is something you guys should start getting to look at too. Anyways, let's bring our next guest on.
All right, guys, welcome in our guest of honor, Nate Belmar. As you guys know, we did a podcast with Luke Belmar on Fresh and Fit, but we're bringing my boy Nate to the podcast. Welcome, bro.
Good to see you, man.
How you been, man?
It's been a while, bro.
Listen, man, new cut.
New cut. I got the fade, so I look more Hispanic, bro. And I got a little tan, so I look more Hispanic.
You're not Hispanic?
What?
I'm not Hispanic.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I identify as an Irish.
Okay.
An Irish trans.
What?
An Irish trans.
I didn't know we're having Conor McGregor on.
Hell no. So listen, bro.
I'll work with you, bro.
We know who you are. They may not. So get to the intro.
Dude, I'm just a simple person, bro. My name is Mr. Belmar. Some of you may know me online for my six-pack, but the truth is, it's not about the six-pack, bro. It's about being healthy, opening your eyes, realizing what's really occurring.
Wait, can I hear you? Because you got to come a little bit closer to the mic.
Oh, this is
Way better.
Oh,
way better. Way better.
I can hear myself.
There you go.
This is pretty cool. This is the first time I've done it with headsets. One of the reasons I don't do this a lot is because I've been seeing a lot of people with indentations in the head, like the gamers.
Oh.
And that kind of scared me, bro. I'm like, they look like camel heads.
I've seen that too as well.
Camel heads.
So your your claim to fame used to be biohacking, having that shredded body, the potions, all the stuff. What's new with your brother?
So I got fat again. Not as fat, but fat, out of shape, posted it, and then got shredded again. Tried different techniques. This time it wasn't so much about like input in terms of exertion of exercise. It was more like fasting, walking, stretching, sauna, bath, right? And then also realizing, because you'd already put on the muscle mass. So recomping muscle, if you carb cycle, is a lot easier. So yeah, getting shredded was a lot faster time, but less exertion in terms of working out, and it was more like lifestyle.
What's the longest you ever fasted?
5.5 days.
Okay.
But I was kind of like training in between, and I was like doing push-ups outside. I'm like, no, bro, I gotta eat. So I ate. Yeah.
Okay. What was the first meal you had after that 5.5 days? Or you just tear shit up?
No, because that's the thing. I did like a 1 day fast, a 2 day fast, and how you break your fast matters, right? So you break your fast with chips, with tons of synthetic ingredients. Then what's the purpose of even fasting, bro? Like the whole purpose of fasting is for the body to take a break, for the body to be able to heal itself. And then the first input you're going to give it is shit, garbage. It's like the mentality of the person fractal mentality, which is kind of like, okay, I'm going to work out Monday through Friday. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to train so then I can cheat on the weekends. Like you're not going to get anywhere like that. I feel like you can. But for me, bro, it's like nonstop, like religiously, at least for a few months, bro, till my like baseline was really healthy. And then I could tell you, bro, your taste shift is right. Like people are addicted to sugar. People are addicted to hyperpalatable foods, and everybody's like, "Oh, bro, it's whatever." It's not whatever, bro. Everybody's overweight. Everybody's out of shape. We're becoming quote unquote smarter, right? Science is supposedly going up, but people are getting unhealthier.
Yeah.
Right? Like
that vax.
Right?
Does Luke follow the same mindset for fitness as well? Luke
On and off, bro. On and off. Because I've seen him get peak shredded. He's been super overweight. Like his to-go-to, bro, back in the day was a lot of candy, a lot of sugar, a lot of energy drinks, and Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Yeah. And he got
Chick-fil-A
overweight.
is rough.
Yeah, it is pretty rough.
They got that special sauce. Let me tell you something, man. There's something a little bit too special about that special sauce. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
Keeps
stuff in
people
there.
coming back over and over. I think they might have some chemical in there to addict people.
I don't know. I just know that
I'm a comedian, not trying to get sued.
No, but the truth is, like, once you go off of it, like, trying it, taste is completely different. Like, think about it.
It always trash like trash to me, bro.
Really?
Straight trash. I won't eat that shit.
So
that's good.
Nate, last interview
Yeah.
we did, we spoke about
Don't get me
water.
wrong. I eat a lot of garbage.
Yeah,
I just want to eat that garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all have standards, right?
Yeah.
But it's good to like pick things. Like, okay, for example, for me, I remember when I came to States, it was we can get to it in a second, but it was kind of like I was still unhealthy, but I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do any sugary drinks. Like that was my thing. Okay, no carbonated drinks. But dude, I was tap water maxing. I was doing all that, bro. Like 100%. In my the way I operated, the way I thought. Like, dude, I was picking up a Tony Robbins book to read it to get motivation, but then I'd forget what I was reading.
Not too effective, huh?
Not effective. It's like waste of time going around in circles.
So we spoke about water last time on
Yeah.
the stream, and you mentioned certain waters have really high pH balances and some don't. What's the thing with water now, you think? Has it changed? Is it still the same with water? What's the best one? What's the worst one to drink?
Well, it's interesting, right? And this is something I'm coming to realize, right? With social media, we're hyper connected, right? This means we have oversaturation of information. We have people that say water is bad for you. We have people say that water, you can go without drinking water. It's fine, right? 100%. Bro, you can drink tap water till the day you die. You can do a million different things. What does this mean? There's tons
of fluoride ain't too good for you, though.
It's not, bro. It's not. I remember the first time my brother came to me and he's like, bro, I think tap water is bad. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Don't say.
What are you talking about, bro?
But wait a second. The government cares about our teeth that much that would actually put fluoride in the water supply, and you're a conspiracy theorist.
Well, you have to kind of study the origin of the word conspiracy theorist.
You don't trust the government?
I trust myself, right? And my intuition. So when the government says, yes, look at the pyramid. What pyramid, good sir? Well, look at the foundation, carbohydrates. We must all eat carbohydrates. Everybody has to eat carbs. Bro, you're going to lose muscle mass. Bro, you're going to lose muscle mass. Bro, what's the issue? It's money. Carb, like having carbohydrates in the shelves, right? It's a lot better for business than fresh food, fresh meat, fresh eggs, because that has an expiration date, right? Like real food, I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but it does have an expiration date.
But even the meat you buy in the stores is filled with steroids.
Yeah. My biggest...
Even the food you buy, even the vegetables, they're watered with fluoride water.
Yeah.
How do you escape this stuff, man? Because I know honesty, you go here, you go here, you go here. There's always going to be something that leads it back to this poison.
Yeah. Well, it's food deserts, like different areas, bro. It doesn't matter if you have money. If you don't have money, the resources aren't there. Right? So the equation of fiat it doesn't matter.
A lot of people raised by single mothers,
Yeah. Yeah.
Resources just ain't there.
Everything, bro. Like airport, seed oils, like the whole I gotta bounce, bro. I definitely bounce, bro. Like from restaurants.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying money, bro, like and you know about health, why not apply it? Why not grow some cojones and tell the server, broski, I don't want some seed oils. It's not good for me. Oh, so sorry, sir. We do serve seed oils. Bro, I gotta bounce, bro.
All right, let me ask you a question, man. I like eating good, man. I like going to restaurants, and I like eating Wagyu steak, Kobe steak.
I mean, you can tell, right?
Of course, man. Listen, I spend money. You can tell where I spend my money at fine dining and stuff like that. And don't worry, Fresh, you'll get there.
Nah, bro.
You'll get there, man. Anyways, is the eating Kobe constantly and eating Wagyu bad for you?
So something I've come to realize, I'm not really sure what how much information you have, but there's a very famous samurai. His name is Miyamoto Musashi. So his whole style, his whole ideology, because it was like dual person to person in his Mushashukyo, which was kind of like his samurai journey. He would duel school to school, and he realized every dogmatic school, right, had its follies. He took advantage of it and killed his opponents. This can translate in the same manner with food or with training. Oh, bro, vegan is good for you. Oh, bro, eat testicles, raw testicles all day. Bro, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. But people come with their dogma, bro.
That LGBT stuff, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm good on the Skittles, bro, as well. That being said, eating Wagyu, some people say, for example, if you're in a state of cancer or if you have cancer, eating meat is not ideal, probably taking a fast from that. I personally cycle my meat, bro. Like, I don't always eat meat.
So what do you eat instead?
I fast, bro. I fast. I'm a breatharian.
Not everyone's looking for a six-pack like you, bro. I'm just trying to say, what do I eat good? Enjoy the food, but still somewhat healthy. I'm trying to do a balance here, brother. Work with me.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, I can tell you one of the biggest hacks for me, honestly, is just trying to create a lot of movement throughout the day. Because if you
Lots of sex?
I mean, no, not for me. But for some people, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm married.
That's a hard one, bro.
I'm married for 20 years,
it's hard.
bro.
That's a hard one, bro.
I know. Everything is hard in life.
too, bro?
What?
You celibate too?
So that's a rough question. You put me on the spot. I addressed it on the Mike Thurston podcast.
Oh, now address it again.
No, not live. It's a good story, bro. It's a good story.
Now what we're gonna hear, huh?
You will hear in like a couple days.
We need it now, bro. But no. Okay, so let's say someone's watching for the first time, right? Average
Yeah,
viewer.
we went from tap water to I'm virgin, bro. What?
This is what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
bro. We
What?
can't live your lifestyle.
Yeah, we can't.
I gotta eat. I
Listen.
gotta have sex. I gotta do those creaturely
You
things
can,
as a
bro.
man.
You can, bro. That's why we're humans. Like, there's a spirit component and there's a physical component, bro. Like, legit. For me, I mean, I'm a weird person, bro. Like, that's the
Aren't
truth
we
of-
all, brother? Aren't we all?
Like, legit.
I'm the top numerologist astrologer in the world. I think a lot of people think I'm weird as fuck, bro.
How long, like, do you think you have to put in the reps to get there?
To get where I've been at?
Well, like, yeah, like to master something, bro, because it puts in the.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you do in life. You have to put in work to master it. Doesn't matter what you do. You just got to
Yeah.
put in work. Like, I've been doing numerology since 9/11.
Oh,
So again, you know, you're talking about a majority of my life at this point that I've been trying to figure out what these people in the very top do. Because, you know, you listen to Twitter Spaces, you listen to all these people, Dom with the news all the time, and he tells people these people just control the world, no matter who they are, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. But what are their methods? I'm not interested in who's controlling the world. I want to know what their methods are. Because if I know what their methods are, then I can start copycatting, or I can start putting up real resistance. And the fact of the matter is, they use numerology, astrology, all sorts of occult methods. And when people start understanding that, when you guys start putting down your Bibles, Qurans, Talmuds, Torahs, you notice I do that one twice. When you start putting those books down and you start accepting the truth that men lie, women definitely lie. We find that stuff out every day. Like Jack Doherty found that out. But numbers never lie.
Yeah.
And numbers are God's language, period.
Nate, how do you feel about that?
I've come to realize, bro, that there's a lot of things I don't know, and that there's more to this world than meets the eye. And yeah, dude, there's a lot in terms of the physical and the metaphysical as well. So yeah, I think the whole numerology thing is definitely.
What's
a
your
thing.
brother's thing called?
What?
His little
Capital Club?
Capital Club.
Wait, what do you mean little? Like
No. What's his no. I'm not taking shots at him. I think it's one of the bigger ones after the Real World and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's called Capital Club, right?
it's called Capital Club.
So if you look at Capital Club starts with a C and a C.
Yeah.
CC is actually 3-3.
He was intentional about that.
I know he was. I know he was. That's exactly why I pointed it out right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I said he did it when I saw it, and I'm going to point it out. Because, see, when you actually use numerology and astrology, you know when other people use it too. Shout out, bro, to my bro out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you pick up on those things,
Of course.
bro. You know what's interesting is how you pick up information. And it's like the vehicle right now is social media, right? But this can also transfer into different things. For example, the street. And the reason I'm going to this is like, for example, skateboarding. If you skateboard, you perceive the street completely different. You come in with your set of skills, you perceive the internet things completely different than a different person.
Correct.
You know, see, like somebody said, oh, TCO. Okay, cool. Capital Club, cool name. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there's games. And there's,
Berkshire Hathaway is the perfect example of this. We know 28's number of wealth. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, born on 28th. But if you look at Berkshire Hathaway, their initials are BH. B is the second letter, H is the eighth. 28 right there, just like he did with Capital Club. Just like I did with my group, GG33. We all put that 33 in there because we know exactly what that 33 means. A lot of you guys have 33s on too with that cross.
This is 33?
Of course, Jesus died at 33. You wear the symbol on your head, on your, like, right there.
There you
Make sure
go.
it's not upside down, though. That wouldn't be good.
Definitely. So Dom, fitness-wise, are you working on your fitness? Are you getting to shape? What's your goal this year, brother?
Yeah, I'm working on my fitness. I normally do. Just thing is, I don't normally do it like 7 months in, and then I take months off, which I would like to do it more consistent. But just be honest, I start focusing on my content too much and never head back out until like months later.
Okay.
Dom is the first person I've seen in Miami with a coat on.
That's that Montclair swag, bro.
I thought you were a blood, bro. I thought you were here coming to rep your hood, bro.
I gotta stay warm in the studio. I know sometimes they can get chilly in here, but I came in with the shirt.
Yeah, those damn white people like all cool and stuff, man.
Yeah, but we can handle the heat. It's just that you guys are really good in the cold. You can have shorts, no shirt on in the cold winter.
So we're gonna tackle the main topic pretty soon, but I want to get them one more gem from Nate before we head into that. So Nate, we spoke about this last time on the show.
Yeah.
We did prior, but you spoke about a healthy option for people to choose and how to live life in a better, more, I want to say, futuristic way. And I believe you spoke last time about having good ideas and patterns to follow to live a healthy lifestyle. What is that nowadays, you think, for most people, the average person? For example, I guess get better in shape, feel better in life.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of free things that people can already tap into that would automatically...
Potions and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, potions, like the idea for that was like the digestion of the teas. Are you acquainted at all with like yerba mate, like the gourd pipe, or no? So my whole thing was, I kind of came across the whole...
That's impressive you would know that.
What do you mean?
That's impressive you know stuff like that.
I mean, just go learning, bro. And what helps is culture, like learning different cultures and stuff like that.
This guy's like actual John Zerka. What John Zerka pretends to be, this guy actually is.
Wait, who's John?
Exactly. Exactly.
Nate is that guy, man. Just like he's more chill. It's a chill, reserved guy.
I'm pretty chill, dude.
Yeah, chill, bro.
Chill, bro.
So what should they, I guess, start with?
Yeah. My opinion. So these are things I kind of realized. I realized, first of all, my addiction to my phone. In terms of like dopamine, in terms of stimulus. So for the first few hours, I was trying to stay off my phone, really focused on reading, really focused on walking. I think it was just rudimentary, like just starting, right? Because when you're out of shape and when you don't want to start, the hardest is the first few days, the first few weeks. But if you can kind of realize certain things, which is what I kind of like try to tell people, which is we live in a carb-centric world. Everybody's addicted to carbohydrates. It's always eating. It's like eat micro meals so you can get jacked. Oh, so you don't lose muscle mass. Like, why not take a break and not eat? And the issue is, I couldn't do it, bro. I would have to eat Captain Crunch berry balls at 8 or 9 a.m. before going to work.
Captain Crunch berry balls.
Berry balls.
Pause.
Captain Crunch berry balls.
Yes,
all
sir.
The
things,
I would
all
cut
the
my
things you could eat. Captain Crunch berry balls.
Yeah. Yeah. With skim milk, bro.
Big pause.
You guys decide what that means for yourself.
Yeah. But like yeah, it was a good cereal.
Because the carb-centric world.
Yeah, carb-centric world. And think about it. Like, you're a kid. You're born. Oh, give the kid an ice cream. Record it. See how he reacts. Oh, give him a candy. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's like Pavlov's dog, but with sugar, right? It's more addicting than cocaine. We clearly know that it potentiates when we get older, Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, right? And the issue is not just a little bit.
Alzheimer's is diabetes 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, dude, sugar, bro, it's addicting. It's out there. And it's legal. And science said it was good for you back in the day.
Okay. Let me throw something at you before we end this segment. It's very easy to go out there and say, yo, that's Coca-Cola over there. Let's get rid of it. And if you get rid of Coca-Cola, more people's health will improve, correct?
I think so.
Okay. So let's look at the dynamics of that. If we get rid of Coca-Cola, that means millions of people lose jobs. If those millions of people lose jobs, the suppliers that supply Coca-Cola, that's another millions to lose jobs. Yep. All of a sudden, there's less people, sick people who are going to the hospital. They start losing their jobs. So yes, we can cure all those problems, but will we all be living in poverty?
First of all, you kind of have to see what jobs people are losing. Like, is it the cane? Because if it's cane sugar, that could be used in many other ways, right? And if we're talking about jobs, we're talking about what? Who's actually working? Who's making the money at the top? Because if those people need to be cut, let them be cut. And the people at the bottom can find a better job that doesn't hurt the rest of the world, right? In Argentina, bro, when we were poor and we only had a few pesos, we would kill each other in soccer matches por la coca, to drink the Coke. Well, and then the losing team had to pay for the Coke for the other team. And then the other team would drink it and bask in glory for winning.
But that's all true. But you had a guy named General Pinochet.
What?
Wasn't Pinochet in Chile?
What?
The General Pinochet.
I don't know who that is.
So I believe General Pinochet took over Chile. I could be wrong. Maybe it was Argentina. But the example stays the same. When you have severe poverty, all of a sudden, sooner or later, you have a dictatorship or you have negativity that comes with it. So because we don't have that massive levels of poverty, we can walk in the streets and not get robbed. So there's always there's always two sides to this. And I don't know how to fix this problem. I'm going to be real with you. You're going to hear something I usually don't say. I don't know exactly how to fix this, because if we do everything we're supposed to, live a healthy life, cut everything out, everyone's going to be out of a job and we're all broke, robbing people and doing stuff like that. So where is the balance? And that's what we all need to find out as a society, where that balance is, and start maintaining it.
That's a very good point, because you change how the world is now. You don't know how it's going to react to people's, current lifestyles and money, and as a result, it could be worse.
I love that you said that. So the certain group of people who are in charge right now, you take them out. Maybe people who are worse are coming in, and I want people to understand that.
Yeah,
I really want people to understand that. As bad as you guys say it is, and I hear in the Twitter spaces, and I hear all this, I'm still a millionaire. That black man over there is a millionaire. He's going to be a millionaire. I know his brother is. I'm not sure if he is, but they're in the family of millionaires. We still made it in this country under their control. So it can't be that bad now, can it?
I mean, it's better in Argentina, bro. It's a lot easier to make it, for sure, dude. For sure, bro.
Okay. Take away the women. Is it still better in Argentina?
I mean, women are beautiful everywhere, and there's ugly women everywhere. There's
Really?
There's diversity everywhere.
You ever been to West Virginia?
West Virginia, yeah. Is it good or
we'll
pretty?
leave it at that, bro.
Is it good or pretty or no?
No. Well, I will say this: out of chaos comes order. That's what the slogan is. So maybe there's a method to the madness.
I do believe if the elites were taken out and we would see the systems that they created, although if we don't accept it, prison, music industry, politics, etc., we'll see that people depend on them. We couldn't have a society operate unless we replace the people at the top of those systems. And the same people that were oppressed, they become the oppressors. It's an inevitable change, because those systems will start to appreciate those that ruled over us and understand why those systems exist. Same with gatekeeping. When I first got in the game, I really hated gatekeeping of all aspects. And then I started seeing certain people get in. It's like, no, we need to gatekeep that nigga, because he's messed up the whole movement.
Yeah.
So I started to understand why systems are the way they are. They exist for a reason. I don't think there would ever be a society without elites, because those that were ruled will become the rulers.
Also, the Matrix itself, right? I think it's a bad thing. I think if you understand the Matrix, how the game is played, you can do it to your advantage. Like, for example, they'll say sometimes like, oh, fuck the Matrix, get out of it. But then, okay, if you're outside the Matrix systems, how do you survive? Like you're now on your own. There's no system in place to help you move forward or to gain from it. So I think us as people, like you said before, we need to figure out the system itself, understand it to move forward. But taking it out completely, you might end up hurting yourself and everyone else in the process.
You turn off the power, men will still find a way to survive. Women are cooked.
Yep. Cooked. Literally.
Absolutely cooked.
Very cooked.
Anyway, so let's start going to our next segment, man.
Okay. So we got next one here. Next clip. One sec.
We'll get to the super chats in a little bit.
We will.
And if you want a super chat, 98 or above.
I like the setup of the TV.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm blind. I need a big TV.
Dom.
Yep.
What's going on here with Canada?
Our Canadians are completely cooked. Spiteful Canadians are about to take 14,000 jobs away from Americans and cost the United States $2 billion as a result of a massive boycott against the American industry in response to President Trump and Elon Musk. So they just are refusing to purchase any American products. They've even gone so far now to flipping our products upside down in their stores to notify other Canadians not to purchase it, in an attempt to, lose our jobs and push us down in further debts and increase our prices.
Wow, emotional Canadians.
My Canadian brothers and sisters, Donald Trump will break you. Donald Trump will break you. Because let me tell you what they're not telling you. A lot of these Canadian companies are now closing up shop in Ottawa, closing up shop in Toronto, and coming over here. And guess what? They're taking your jobs away and giving us Americans. Listen, I'm going to tell you Canadians this again. Donald Trump gave you an olive branch to become the 51st state. Justin Trudeau destroyed your country economically. You can buy a shack. A shack costs $1 million in Canada. A freaking shack. Here, you can buy a mansion in Texas. I'm going to tell you, Canadians, you better jump on the bandwagon, because if you don't, the tariffs are going to go up to 50%. Then it's going to be 75. Then it's going to be 100 until you tap. You are little brother, and you will do what you're told.
All right, let's play the clip.
This is how Walmart look like in Coburg, Ontario. There's nobody here. Maybe there's one or two employees.
It's because no one has money in Justin Trudeau's economy.
It's empty. There's nobody.
Man, cut the tape, man.
What
Cut
time
the
is it
tape.
there?
This is like 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
bro.
but say-
this is some bullshit.
What time
right
is it there,
man.
bro?
Yeah, people still gotta eat. This is some bullshit.
We need to say timestamp there, or real time. What's the next one? We got here Warner Brothers.
Yep. Warner Brothers getting desperate to sell tickets for Robert De Niro's
All
mob
right, we can
movie.
get copyrighted for this.
This trailer, I don't think it should be. It's actively on YouTube.
Possibly. So we'll
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
we'll
do the
just
next one.
we'll just.
I'm not having a video taken down
about it.
because. Oh God, this again. The simp of the fucking year.
I want to hear Nate's take on it. Nate, did you see this clip?
Yeah. Where no
I just saw it recently, bro.
Okay.
He's so beta.
What's your take? Okay, give us a breakdown of this clip. Let's play it again for the people that didn't see it for the first time. Real quick.
Dang, should I really
This
say this?
was terrible.
right.
Let's play it.
There
It's
it
gonna
is.
be great.
You're
a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking. No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why. Yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show.
Yo.
There it is.
Great.
This
You're a
season-
winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Bro,
No,
this
when
gets
I'm
worse
talking,
every time I see it.
This is
Look at
worse.
the face.
Yo,
Oh
I
my
promise you, bro, this
God.
is so bad. Yo, okay,
God.
Nate.
His life is flashing through his eyes
look
right
at
now.
that.
Look at the
Pain.
camera.
Did you
That's
see
pain.
that?
Yo.
Did everyone just see that?
Nate, keep it real, brother. Tell us the real.
Yo, like if I had to guess, this was kind of like they probably had a discussion with their therapist and they're like, okay, we're in public, we have to behave. And she's like, she's not abiding by the rules, bro. She's like, you're great, bro. You're great. She's like, shut up and look at me, bro. Look at me. Look at my boobs, bro.
Dom,
Shut up,
Look
bro.
at that face, man.
we saw this, bro. What was your first thoughts on this when you saw this?
At first, Alec Baldwin is someone that most people hate. I mean, I didn't like the dude over a lot of his comments and the things with the
He voted
shooting.
for Biden,
But
right?
shit, I mean, bro, it's always somehow a bad woman can have you feel bad for a terrible man. Just because he's a prisoner in his own home. The same walls he built up are the same ones he's trapped in.
Damn.
So, I mean, I felt bad for him. I really do. This looks like regret, and almost any man can have this situation, especially when you're marrying certain women. You don't find out who they are. For some women, if they're good, till 12 plus years after. By that point, it's like, fuck it, let me just deal with what I've dealt. So, yeah, I feel pretty bad for him, man.
Keeper, keeper.
Yo, you know who he looks like?
Who?
Logan Paul in 10 years.
Oh, shots fired.
Bro, I feel like this edit, what it needs right now, is kind of like this is the moment he realized he fucked up.
He fucked up.
Yeah, he's looking at the camera. It's like,
That's it. It's the
That's true.
realization.
Okay, what's the next one? And then, guys, main event coming soon with Sneako, Cucko, a.k.a. Freako, coming very soon.
Damn, bro.
We got Alec Baldwin tells the story. Okay.
wait, is this another woman or same woman?
I think this is his ex-wife's boyfriend.
Ex-wife boyfriend, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The woman who took him for a bag.
Yes.
And
yes,
left.
legit.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened lately. I just
Let's
didn't
play
get
it.
That just got posted.
All right.
I've seen one of the loves of her life naked.
Not the love of my life.
He was one of the loves of her life. He was a very important boyfriend of hers. And we went to go see him on Broadway, and he was naked. In his whole, as our British friends, he had his bits out. We went to go see Take Me Out, the musical that our dear friend Scott Ellis directed, and all these baseball players were in the locker room, and they were all turned around naked with their dongs hanging out. And he's there, her boyfriend.
Was
and
she
I recognize
drooling?
him. I met him before. And when he turns around with his personality hanging out, I'm like, oh, okay. He had like a clarinet hanging from his
That's
pants.
just sad, man.
Yo,
guy
stop
that
the tape,
turns
stop the
around
tape,
and
stop
this
the
is
tape.
crazy, bro.
You notice how she's laughing over
Her
here,
ass
and
off.
she's going like,
Yeah,
this and that,
yeah.
because she in her mind she's thinking about.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
This is why she keeps going like this and that. Okay, it's a natural reaction from a whore.
Oh, bro, I promise you, the shame that she's like, she's laughing, but
Is
it's
she
like,
pulling
bro,
her own hair?
Yeah.
yeah,
Is she?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we
Yeah.
already know what this is about.
dude. Right now,
Preemptive
what's happening here?
programming.
He's making himself look an embarrassment, and she's like, you know what? This is the guy I chose.
Yep.
Total joke. Total joke. But,
Yeah.
But again, this is what he does because he's a cuck, pretty much like Sneako. So
Yo, can we? I haven't watched this video.
we're going
is this
there,
Is this the lady before the other lady or after?
I think it's before because
Okay.
Let's hope.
So there's patterns here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be a numerologist.
So what? Did he go to a stripper show? What was it?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
He probably found her at a strip club.
He said locker room, something locker room. I don't.
Okay. And the fact that she's like, he's telling the story and she's just going like,
it's sad, bro. It's very sad.
It is.
I don't think she realized what she was doing and that this was going to be on the internet, bro. Like,
no
I don't
way.
think you can be that dumb, bro. Like you can't be like, we're telling this story right now, and I'm happy. Yeah, I was there.
It's sad, bro.
Is this real?
And I feel like low key for him to bring it up again and how she laughing. I kind of feel like it's something she kept bringing up to him low key. I don't know, and it's just like she can't believe he telling this to the cameras. It's just,
I think that's what's
I feel like
going
he's
on,
constantly
bro.
being humiliated, bro. I feel like this is his everyday
Do you
life.
think he's trying to humiliate her and like just play dumb card or no?
I think it's Stockholm syndrome.
No,
Like,
man.
him
This
talking
is
about
a
it.
beta. He's not
Yeah.
thinking ahead.
Okay,
It's embarrassing to him, though, honestly.
Bro, this is embarrassing to me as a man.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed as a freaking man to actually watch this, man. This
Yeah,
is
we
disgusting,
can stop
bro.
here, bro. We can stop here, honestly.
All right, man.
This is cringe. Very cringe. All right. And then the actual event of the hour.
Yo, this is what people actually wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
I think we milked this enough, man.
I think it's time.
I think we milked this enough.
Shades off.
So let me start by saying this, my friend.
The lights are here.
A lot of people are saying on the internet, you got no pull. A lot of people on the internet are saying that you're a nobody.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you're the most talked about guy on the internet for the past week. And by the way, we got stats. We got receipts that actually prove
Wait,
that.
are you like blowing up and shit?
It's funny, bro. All the hate, all the negative comments, good, bad, whatever, it goes towards views and clips. So it's pretty good, actually. Not a bad thing. So recently, there was a
Bro,
beef
this looks
online.
like a Mortal Kombat select your character thing.
So this guy, Kick Champ,
them boys in the middle.
You know what? Fuck that. Your new name is Fake Champ because he just he posts fake news constantly, nonstop. He posted this flyer, which isn't real, by the way. He got Marinere DDG, never happening. Bradley Martin and Logan Paul, not happening. Jimena and Frank, Circa, and this other guy.
Logan and him already happened.
Yeah, but off
Logan
camera.
Killed him.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on camera.
Yeah.
And then ADP and
snap.
JGL. So this is obviously fake. It's not real. But the funny part is that this was posted. I have people calling me, celebrities, friends I know. Are you fighting this guy for real? I'll pull up, bro. Let me know where I got to go and meet you, bro. We'll come together. I even had somebody say, I'll walk up with you on stage, which is funny because he's a big rapper. But it's funny because this is all fake. This is not even true. Nothing was confirmed at all at this point. But they posted this to push a narrative to say, oh, this is happening under Aiden's card. Now, hold you. At this time, I'm like, all right, we're talking. Gary's going to negotiate on my behalf. And he did. However, come down to comments real quick. Let's see what they were saying. Hopefully they're not too bad. Pause.
Is that Rocky?
That is Myron. But Daquan says, there's absolutely no way you can get me to believe Aiden got ADP to box JD. I got to believe it. So people common sense are like, bro, this is not even true. This is just a fake flyer posted to push a narrative out there. Now, at the same time, common sense is not common. People are like, oh, bro, this is real. This is happening. Mind you, there was a call out for sure. But this actual card is not real. Now, let's get into the actual truth here. The argument was Fresh backed out of this actual fight.
That's not possible.
When did I say that? Ever online, in text, on a phone call. Not possible because it never happened. Secondly, we asked Grok, ChatGPT. Did Fresh back out of this fight? We saw earlier on my Twitter, if you don't mind, one more time. That never happened. They claimed it happened because, again, they're pushing narratives out there that are not true, aka false champ. And again, this is more of a attack on my brand because, again, if I don't actually, I want to say, go on his card and fight this fight, he looks crazy because they started this narrative saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, here's the bluff, though, right? I think I understand what's happening here in full detail. It's because right now, there's a card in April they need to fill up. And the headline would have been me and Sneako as a big bonus.
And it 100% would have been these two as the headline event.
100%.
100.
Now, the issue is that there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes people don't know about. And I'm a humble guy. I don't like bringing things to the forefront unless I need to. But with the lies being spread about me online, I have to do it now. And as a result, Gary, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. I don't think Aiden's a bad person. But Aiden's Sneako's boy. So he had to back him. He had to say, you know what? It's my boy.
Wouldn't you back your boy?
100%. So
Okay, so it's nothing against Aiden. He's supposed to back his boy.
I understand Aiden's point of view. This is not just to Aiden. But the receipts are here. I'm going to prove everybody that this is all a lie. Now, Grok says, I'll read it again. Fresh likely didn't back out of Sneako's boxing match despite Kick Champ's claims, because also fake news champs. Fresh denied it, calling it a false info. And Aiden Ross is still pushing to lock in a fight for April 11th. Guys, real quick. We do podcasts all the time, Fresh and Fit, my podcast as well. And we talk about where we go to travel. We've been to Vegas, Rolo Tomasi, Michael Sartain. We're going to the UK in April.
When are you going to the UK?
Very good question. Actually, this is a video clip from our actual show. And you'll see it right here. Play real quick. There we go.
We're going to be in England, the UK, in April.
In April.
Yeah.
We'll be in Europe in April. Maybe we'll set up a meeting with you guys, some kind of meetup or whatever. I don't want to get stabbed, though.
Yeah, facts, though.
So, yeah. And, I told you guys.
When was the video posted, Bills? This was done a few weeks ago, right? February 24th.
Yeah.
Way before this ever happened.
Any of the beef between you and Sneako started. So I will ask people, how can my boy be in two places at once?
Wait, there's more though. Play the clip. So they could argue, oh, bro, Fresh, you didn't say a date in April. You're still lying. There's more. We got the clip? Here we go. Just one more time for people to understand that this is all. Here we go. You got
updates? We're going to be Penn State.
Yes, Penn State, April 7th. We're going to be debating immigration and
how dare you,
and some other stuff there, so that's going to be a good time.
And then April 10th, the UK, for some shows we're grilling and some other fun
Yes, we're going to be in your guys' neck of the woods, actually. We're gonna be in the UK in early April.
Just once again, how can I be in Miami and the UK at the same time, April 11th?
You're the Flash.
Wait,
You're the Flash.
Guys,
So the argument is that Fresh backed out of the fight because he felt he's scared. I never agreed to anything in the first place, one. And two, how can I do this fight when I'm going to be in the UK? So someone's lying here, obviously. And again, using my name for a narrative to push for his fight. Again, I get it. He's Sneako's boy, and that's what he has to do to make himself look better. But at the same time, it's a full lie, bro. 100% lie. Now, here's the thing. I never backed out the fight, right? So this narrative that they're pushing, actually, what's the next clip as well? It should be the top right. Here we go. Next one.
I don't want to look at that guy anymore.
Alec
Baldwin, man. Sit back.
Yeah. Go to my X. Go up a little bit more. To the very top. Oh, that's your tweet. But yeah, so they mentioned nothing too. So how does this all start, right? So I did a podcast with No Jumper in LA, and I spoke about Sneako in detail. Not anything new that I said before, because obviously I said to his face before on my show and in person. So Sneako, in my humble opinion, I think X, Y, Z about your career, and you getting banned on YouTube and Twitch. He said to the public, oh, Fresh is lying on my name, bro. I didn't get banned for certain things, and he's lying about YouTube. First of all, nigga, I was there with you when you got the email from YouTube, you got banned. I know you got banned on YouTube. Yeah. But also, I know about Twitch, because nigga, I was there too. Actually, with Twitch, I knew beforehand we were getting banned because I got the info from somebody inside.
I remember you telling me.
Yes. So when he's like, oh, Fresh, you're lying. Lying about what? Why would I lie publicly, of course, when, nigga, I was there at the very beginning anyway? So he got mad at that. So we spoke actually on text, and I said, you know what, bro? He said to me, please don't talk about my career anymore. I don't want it to be out there. And I said, cool. We're good to go. It's finished. But then he makes the video on his stream saying, oh, but Fresh is a snake, da-da-da. So I said, you know what? I'll play into this a little bit more. So I posted this video, and I said, I can play dirty, me lie about you, for what? Keep playing with me. I got videos for days. Haram police, get this nigga.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing. Like, he was the whole go holy path. Is this like, how many sticks how many chicks can we stack in a car game, bro? What the heck? Like, I've seen him with a bunch of women.
And listen, this is me just giving what's already out there.
What if you gave him a school bus, bro?
Hold on.
Like,
I can say this myself, but you know what? I promise I won't talk about it in detail anymore. play the clip with Fuzi, what he said, real quick. Because Fuzi said it better than me, than I could ever say it in real time. Because you know what? I'm not that articulate like he said on the podcast, right? Go ahead, Fuzi. Can you hear it or no?
Can't hear it.
No?
I mean, no, honestly, I've heard enough.
All right, well, either way.
You know what I'm saying? We are talking about a mentally ill individual over here.
Yeah,
so
either way,
probably not the best
you can find it
person to
online. It's
quote.
there. But the point is that, like, this whole thing wasn't even that serious to me until this next part. So then, go to my Twitter real quick if you don't mind again. My Twitter. So then what happened was we're negotiating this fight behind closed doors, of course, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Oh, hold on real quick. By the way, this tweet right here, right? What's he holding in his hand? Is that a camera?
Yeah.
So he's recording himself doing this.
Yeah.
Did I expose anything that didn't happen that he didn't expose himself? No. I didn't drop a video behind the scenes of him doing anything crazy. He's recording this himself.
But he's mad at you.
He's mad at me. So it's funny. This guy's very emotional because I'm posting what he's posting. Isn't that crazy? Anyhow, I'll say this. Trust me when I say, haram, please, nigga, is on your ass. It's not my fault. It's your fault. But let's go back to the very top, though. Mind you, this is during Ramadan, so this crazy. Let's go back up. Oh wait, no.
To be fair, let me ask you, just to be fair, because I want to be as fair as possible. Isn't Andrew Tate doing the same things Sneako is doing?
Here's the difference, right? Andrew is not Sneako. Sneako is hard on being this better than thou Muslim. And listen, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. Yeah. The problem is that when you push this narrative out there, you know what happens? People sit and they say, wait, hold on. I can't take it serious. Isn't Islam a serious religion? Because, again, I got half Christian family, half Muslim. This guy's already pushing this narrative. I'm like, bro, you can't be doing this and then doing that too. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense. So as a result, listen, I'm not a good Christian. I say it all the time. You guys know me. Hey, I do the worst shit. But I'm honest about it. You're pushing this narrative and then, look, Nate, do you know Sneako very well?
So I met Sneako for the first time when he came over to Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. He's an eccentric character. I think he's just young. But what happens to a lot of people, it plays out different ways. Fame, a lot of stuff, bro, can change people really quick and not for the better.
Yeah.
And seriously, he's way different than before, bro. That's for sure. Lucas definitely knows him a lot better than I do. But
give me your general consensus.
He has spoke highly of your brother in the conversations with me.
I mean, Lucas.
he should. But give me your general consensus
from
what you see, because you said earlier.
Bro, I legit have no idea what's going on. You told me there's a you told me there's a fight.
Don't press the guest fresh.
Well, no, he said it earlier.
But you said something about like leaving. Something about you're leaving to London, but Miami. I don't understand what's going on.
So this is the actual issue, right? Is that they wanted the fight to be April 11th.
Wait, did you agree to a fight, or did they say you agreed?
Never did.
Okay,
but
okay, go ahead, keep going.
But then the narrative is that like I backed out of the fight. Actually, there's another clip we can post as well. But what's your take on Sneako in general?
So here's the thing. You know how I see this playing out? It's kind of like just using social media and the masses in your influence to propagate something that we see in school. Two guys potentially having beef, the crowd. Fight. But then they're instigating it, bro. If you're kind of causing it, and then you have the supply to be like, oh, he's backed out. Yeah, you can ruin people's images very easy. All you need is enough following to do it, bro. But bro, he did a video of himself getting beaten up, bro. He's like, I got beat up, and it's like, makeup, bro. Come on. Like, are we cosplaying here? Like,
okay.
He just wants attention, bro. That's how I see it.
It's almost time to go to our second guest.
Soon. Okay, there's another article as well. I just posted in the chat. But this is very important because I just want to say this real quick. So this whole narrative that I backed out the fight is cap. And they made another article as well saying that I did. Here it is. So Fresh has officially backed out a boxing match with Sneako.
Hell no.
On Aiden Ross's brand risk boxing card. So, Garry, you did my whole strategy there.
The whole
deal there.
Yeah.
What actually happened?
Okay. So I was negotiating with people high up in Aiden's brand risk. I'm not going to mention the names of the individual.
Sure, that's fine.
There was 3 others. One of them I can mention, Kane. He's someone who's close to that organization. And we're going back and forth. And at no time did I commit 100% that you were going to do it. As a matter of fact, I told him May's like pretty much off the hook.
Yeah.
But May and June, we can do that. May and June, we can do that. We never agreed to April. Never did I say one time this is happening in April, because quite frankly, you need to be trained. And you're not Popeye that's going to get trained in 2 weeks.
Facts.
So I understand people had a game plan that they were like, oh, let's try to get this guy to fight before he's even trained and try to get his ass
I understand.
People had a game
plan
that they were like, oh, let's try to get this guy to fight before he's even trained.
What's going on?
So I understand. I get it.
Oh, we can hear it twice.
They were like, oh,
Why?
let's try to get this guy to fight before he's even trained.
Yep.
$20,000, 30,000 views in about a month on this podcast. But guess what?
The clips.
That's not what the main thing is. Bills, can we go to my 30,000 views
Bro, so can
in
I
about
ask
a month
something?
on this podcast? But guess what?
The clips.
That's not what the main
reading.
thing is. Bill. Chat, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. If you put something in there that you can actually hear me. No audio. A little slow. Chat, can you hear me? Let's hear it. If you put something in there that you can actually hear me. I know you want a reading. I want to give it to you reading, but we got audio issues.
Yeah, we
You
got-
hear me?
Some issues here.
Let's hear it. If you put something in there that you can actually hear me. I know you want a reading. I want to give it to you reading, but we got audio issues.
Yeah, we
You
got-
hear me?
Some issues here.
Let's hear it. If you put something in there that you can actually hear me. I know you want a reading. I want to give it to you.